In this video, we'll walk through how to create an access token to authenticate with the AppNeta API. An access token provides a secure method of accessing the AppNeta API from a script or application. Depending on the selected role, the token can provide access to the API to retrieve data or to configure and control different aspects of AppNeta. That means that an access token should be treated as securely as any other password. Before we look at how to create a token, let's consider a few security best practices. The token should be created for a single purpose and should not be reused for other jobs or shared with other users. The token should be created with minimum access to only the necessary AppNeta organizations and with the minimum permissions needed for its purpose. For example, to retrieve data, use a view-only access token to avoid the risk of inadvertent configuration changes. A token should only remain active for the minimum required duration and should be assigned an expiration date as early as possible for its purpose. For use in a process without an end date, such as integrating AppNeta with another tool, pick a regular cadence to replace the token and set the expiration date accordingly. 2 weeks before the token expires, AppNeta will send a notification email to the user who created the token with a reminder to replace the token in any active processes. Tokens are then automatically revoked when they expire, or when the user who created the token is deleted, or when that user no longer has access to the organization the token was created for. To avoid interruptions of automated processes, it is a good idea to consider an approach to replace a token when user access changes, such as if an employee leaves the company. To create an API access token in AppNeta, navigate to the Settings menu, then select Manage Access Tokens. The Access Tokens page displays a list of existing access tokens. Every user has a table of personal access tokens, which are the tokens they created. From this page, we can create new access tokens, revoke active tokens, and view tokens that were revoked or expired within the last 30 days. Organization admin users also have a table of access tokens created by other users and the ability to revoke any token in the organization. To create a new access token, click the Create Token button. Then, add a name for the token. For this example, I'll create a token for the single purpose of integrating AppNeta with DX NetOps. Next, enter an expiration date, keeping in mind the security principle of minimum duration. Since I plan to use this token in an integration, I've decided to rotate my token every 3 months. The next step is to select the role for the token. The role determines what level of access permissions to grant the token. Following the security principle of minimum access, select the lowest role with access to complete all the required tasks. In general, select the view-only role when the token will be used exclusively to retrieve data. Select the standard role to use the token to configure monitoring, such as to create or delete paths, to start or stop usage monitoring, and so on. The standard role can also retrieve data. Select the advanced role for jobs that include managing monitoring points. The advanced role includes standard user permissions. And select the organization admin role to manage organizations and users. The organization admin role also includes advanced user permissions. Next, we need to specify which organizations the token should provide access to. At the moment, my demo user only has access to one organization, which means I have a choice to make based on the purpose of the token. If I enable dynamic membership, the token will always provide access to the same organizations my user can access, even if those organizations change in the future. If I don't use dynamic membership, the token will only have access to the current organization. Users with access to more than one organization will also see a list of organizations they can choose from. In most cases, select only the organizations required for the token's specific job. Once the token is created, the full string is temporarily displayed on screen. Make sure to copy the token because the full token is not stored by AppNeta and cannot be retrieved later. Then click Finish to dismiss the banner. At this point, the token is included in the list of personal access tokens and is ready for use to access the AppNeta API.